What if everything you've been told about productivity is actually making your ADHD worse? Hustle harder. Wake up earlier. Make longer to-do lists. Push through. Sound familiar? Here's the problem. Those systems were never built for your brain. Today, I'm sharing 7 ADHD productivity hacks that actually work with your brain, not against it. And number 4 is going to completely change the way you think about getting things done. Stay with me, because this one's different. Welcome to the ADHD Unlocked, where we break down everything your doctors, teachers, and parents never told you about the ADHD brain. Let's get into it. The 5-second mental movie. Hack number 1, and this one sounds almost too simple to work. Before you do anything, just imagine doing it. Not in a motivational, I can do this way. Just like a mental preview, a loading screen for your brain. Can't get out of bed? Don't force yourself. Just imagine standing up in 5 seconds. Can't start that task? Imagine opening the document. That's it. Just the first tiny step in your imagination. Here's why this works for ADHD brains specifically. People with ADHD are incredibly imaginative. Visualization is a strength, not a weakness. And when you visualize the action first, your brain builds a mental pathway. So when it's time to actually move, the road is already paved. No forcing, no grinding, no self-hatred. Just a 5-second mental movie, and suddenly you're moving. The identity switch, hack number 2. This one's a game changer. Instead of telling yourself, I need to do my taxes, become your own accountant for 5 minutes. Sounds weird, but here's the science behind it. ADHD brains crave novelty. The moment something feels boring or overwhelming, dopamine drops, and you freeze. But when you assign yourself a role, suddenly it's a different task. I'm not doing laundry, I'm being my own housekeeper for 10 minutes. I'm not answering emails, I'm being my own assistant. Keep the timer short, 5 to 10 minutes maximum. Because novelty wears off, and that's okay. The goal isn't to trick yourself forever. The goal is to get started, because starting is always the hardest part for ADHD brains. Anchor your habits. Hack number 3, and this one is backed by serious neuroscience. Stop trying to remember your habits. Attach them to something you already do automatically. Struggle to take your meds? Put them right next to your toothbrush. Want to drink more water? Put a glass on your desk, right where you sit every morning. Here's the key insight. ADHD brains are notoriously bad at remembering floating tasks, but we're actually really good at routines, once they're anchored to something real. The habit doesn't need to be remembered. It just needs to be attached. Think of it like a trailer attached to a truck. The truck is moving anyway. Just hook your habit to it. Body doubling, but better. Number 4. This is the one I promised you. Body doubling. Most people know this. Having someone in the room makes it easier to focus. But here's what nobody talks about. Body doubling isn't just a productivity hack. It's also filling one of the most critical needs that ADHD adults chronically ignore: human connection. When you call a friend while doing dishes, and you're not just getting dishes done, you're feeding your brain the social connection it desperately needs. When you work at a coffee shop, you're not just getting work done. You're being around people, which regulates your nervous system. ADHD adults are so focused on being productive, we forget that loneliness is making everything harder. Body doubling solves both problems at once: productivity and connection. That's not a hack, that's a lifeline. The brain dump list. Hack number 5, and this one will immediately reduce your anxiety. Stop trying to hold your entire life in your head. Get a piece of paper or open your notes app and dump everything out. Every task, every worry, every I should do this someday. Don't organize it. Don't prioritize it. Just get it out. Here's why this works. ADHD brains have working memory challenges. We're not forgetting things because we're careless. We're forgetting things because our brain was never designed to hold this much information at once. When you externalize your brain, you free up mental RAM. Suddenly thinking feels clearer. Decisions feel easier. Anxiety drops. The list becomes your second brain, and your actual brain can finally breathe. Use your momentum. Hack number 6. This one works with one of the most powerful laws of ADHD brains, Newton's first law, but for your brain. A brain in motion stays in motion. A brain at rest stays at rest. Here's what this means practically. When you get home from work, don't sit down first. Do the dishes, take out the trash, start the laundry, because once you sit down, it's over. Your brain switches into rest mode, and getting back up feels impossible. But if you ride the momentum you already have, you'll be shocked at how much you can get done in 20 minutes. This isn't about being hard on yourself. It's about working with the way your brain actually functions. Make an appointment with yourself. Hack number 7, and this one is so simple, it almost feels too obvious. Put yourself in your calendar, not just your work meetings, not just your doctor appointments. Tuesday, 3 p.m., work on project. Next step, open the file and write the introduction. Write the next step directly in the calendar event, because when you come back to it, you won't have to figure out where you left off. Your past self already figured it out for you. This is one of the most underrated ADHD strategies because it removes the decision-making burden from your future self. And decision fatigue is one of the biggest hidden struggles of ADHD adults. So there you have it, 7 ADHD productivity hacks that actually respect your brain. The 5-second mental movie, the identity switch, anchored habits, body doubling, brain dump lists, writing momentum, and scheduling yourself. None of these require you to be harder on yourself. None of these require superhuman willpower. They just require you to finally stop fighting your brain and start working with it. If this video helped you, hit subscribe. Every week we break down exactly how the ADHD brain works and give you real tools to make your life easier. And share this with someone who needs to hear it. I'll see you in the next one.